Hello everyone, welcome to Uncommon Literature. I am Nadeem Khan. Today we are going to learn Ulysses. This is again a dramatic monologue. So let us begin. It starts with the narrator or the speaker is Ulysses, who is also known as Odysseus. Odysseus was a Trojan warrior who fought with Achilles in the Trojan War. So let us begin. It starts, the persona here speaks, it little profits that an ideal king by this still hearth among these barren crags. Basically, the point here is, now Ulysses is old, he is settled in Ithaca and he wishes to travel more and more, but due to old age he has been reduced to one place only. But now he desires to travel further in his life. However, he does not have much time left in his future. So he mourns the ideal life which he lives at the place which is called Ithaca. So let us see what he says. He says, it little profits that an ideal king. So he is calling himself an ideal king, and he is saying that it is of no use by this still hearth among these barren crags. So by this still hearth means that there is a fireplace, and among these barren crags he is calling to the infertile rocks, matched with an aged wife. He is calling his wife aged, and I meet and dole unequal laws onto a savage race. So by this he wants to say that he is with his aged wife and he passes unequal laws to the savage race, meaning that he is sitting here idle and he is doing nothing. He is just giving orders to the uncivilized people he is ruling, people of Ithaca. What these people do, they hoard and sleep and feed and know not me, meaning that they hoard only, they accumulate wealth, and they sleep, they feed, meaning they eat, and they do not know Ulysses, they do not know their own ruler. So that is why it pains him a lot that his own subjects do not know him. I cannot rest from travel. Very important line, I will drink life to the lees, meaning that he directly is telling us that he cannot rest from traveling. However, he is old now. Next he says, I will drink life to the lees, meaning he wants to enjoy life to the last drop of it. Moving ahead, all times I have enjoyed greatly, have suffered greatly, both with those that loved me. What he wants to say here is that with the people, with his mariners who traveled with him, he has enjoyed greatly, and the same times they also have suffered sometimes, and he has also suffered alone on shore, and when through scudding drifts the rainy high days waxed the dim sea. This line means that he is saying that I have enjoyed and suffered with my people and alone also. So when the high days made the sea, made the storm in the sea. That time I suffered due to the rain. I am become a name. You can take two meaning out of this, that due to his long traveling past, he has become famous. Another meaning you can take out, that now since he is old and he has been famous for his traveling and his brave past, but now he has only become a name of what he was earlier. Now he does not have anything which he possessed earlier. So he is only a name of himself. He does not have these achievements at present. Moving ahead, for always roaming with a hungry heart. Very important line. It shows the wanting heart of Ulysses, that how much he wants to enjoy life more, how much he wants to travel more in his life. Meaning that for always roaming with a hungry heart, that he is roaming, he is living with a heart which is hungry to travel more. Next, much have I seen and known, cities of men and manners, climates, councils, governments. He is saying that I have, during this traveling, I have seen many people and I have known them. He names some, like cities of men, manners, climates, councils, governments. Okay. Myself not least, but honored of them all. Meaning that in all these places, I was given my due respect. In all these, wherever I went, I was respected a lot. And drunk delight of battle with my peers. Simply this line means that I have also experienced the delight of battle. I have also experienced the battle with my peers. With my peers means the people who fought the battle with him. Far on the ringing plains of windy Troy. He is also speaking about the battle of Troy, that he has experienced the battle on the ringing plains, meaning that the swords are making noise by putting against each other, and there are shields as well. So in a war scene there is lots of ringing noise of metal. These metals are obviously weapons. So he is calling far on the ringing plains of windy Troy. I am a part of all that I have met. Very important line. Actually, we all can relate to this line which Ulysses says, that whatever we have met, whatever we have experienced, that has molded us and that has shaped us into what we are today. Next, yet all experience is an arch where through glimpse that untraveled world whose margins fades forever and forever when I move. Here he is making an imagery. You have to imagine that he is talking about an arch. Through that arch he can see the untraveled world, the world which he has not traveled yet, and the margins of that world is fading forever and forever when he moves. Meaning that as soon as he moves ahead through that untraveled world, the margins fades. Meaning you can take two meanings out of it as well. Meaning the margins are fading, that the world is extending more, like the more we move further, the world is extending even more further. One meaning. Second meaning you can also take, that the margins fading, meaning that area he has covered, that is fading now. Moving ahead, how dull it is to pause to make an end. Very important line. He is explaining his own condition, his own plight at present. He is saying that it is very dull to pause to stay at one place and to make an end, meaning to die. To rust unburnished, meaning that he is, you can relate this to a sword, that a sword is only useful, the purpose of sword is only successful when it is used in a battle. Otherwise a sword will only be placed at a house as a showpiece and it will only rust. Unburnished means unpolished. To rust unburnished, not to shine in use. So it is of no use, so definitely the life or the sword will become rusted. As though to breathe were life, meaning that as if the life was only to breathe, that we are breathing and this is only life. No, for him this is not only life. Let's see what he says next. Life piled on life were all too little, meaning that for me, if life upon life would be very little for me, meaning that I need a long time to travel all the worlds, and life upon life would be very little for me, and of one to me little remains. And what life he has now, out of which very little remains for him, because he is old and he will soon die. But every hour is saved from that eternal silence, meaning eternal silence means death, and whatever time he is saving from that, something more, a bringer of a new things. That would be that hour can be a bringer, that hour can bring something new to his life. In simple way words, that how much time is left in his life, that he can use it to bring more experiences further. Moving ahead, and while it were, while means it would be disgusting for some 3 suns to store and hoard myself. 3 suns here you can relate to 3 days. Even for 3 suns, even for 3 days, if he is sitting alone, he is just eating and he is doing nothing, it would be a disgusting thing for him. And this grey spirit yearning in desire, grey spirit he is calling himself. So grey spirit means that he is old. Yearning means wanting more, desiring more, yearning in desire to follow knowledge like a sinking star. So sinking star you can relate to shooting star. The shooting star goes from one place to the other, so he is calling that star that it follows something. So here he is relating himself, it is a simile, so he is relating himself to a sinking star, but he wants to follow knowledge beyond the utmost bound of human thought. So he wants to follow the knowledge beyond the human thought. So you can relate this idea to Dr. Faustus. He also wanted something similar. Next stanza, this is my son, my own Telemachus. Here he mentions his son and he will tell his qualities and he will say that I leave my kingdom on to him. Now he will rule after me and I want to travel further. So let us see. To whom I leave the sceptre and the isle. Sceptre means the kingdom, the rule. So and the isle. So isle means the island of Ithaca. Well loved of me, discerning to fulfill this labor. So he, like, I love him a lot and he is well deserving that he can fulfill this work, this job which is given to him. By slow prudence to make mild a rugged people. So he is saying that by patience he can make something good out of these rugged people, uncivilized people of Ithaca. And through soft degrees subdues them to the useful and the good. So same thing. So by using soft, like softly, with soft nature, with soft commands, he can make something out of them. Next line, most blameless is he, centered in the sphere of common duties, decent not to fail in offices of tenderness, and pay meet adoration to my household gods when I am gone. So here he is saying that he is very blameless, he is not at all to be blamed, he is centered in the sphere of common duties. So he is already taking care of the common duties, and he is a person who is not who cannot fail easily in offices of tenderness. Okay, and pay meet adoration to my household gods when I am gone. And he is also saying that when I am gone, here two things you can take from it, that when I am gone, one thing that when he is dead or when he has gone on traveling. After he is gone, his son will take care of his household gods. Next line is important. He works his work, I mine. Very important, that he will do his work and I will do my work. His work is to travel. We all know that. Let us move further. There lies the port. Port means the ship port. The vessel puffs her sail. Vessel here is used for ship. Puffs her sail. You can say that there is a ship and there is a sail of that ship, and it is being puffed by the blowing of the air. And it seems like that the ship is calling him. There gloom the dark broad seas. So sea is also, the imagery is simple, that there is a dark gloomy sea, very vast and dark, and there is a ship and its sail is being puffed by the air. My mariners are sailors, so he is calling his colleagues, he is calling his people. My mariners, souls that have toiled and wrought and thought, with that ever with a frolic welcome. What it means, that he is calling his mariners and he is saying that they have also toiled with him. Toil means they have worked hard with him, and they have wrought. Wrought means their works have shaped themselves what they are now, and thought with that ever with a frolic welcome took the thunder and the sunshine. So whatever experiences they have had together, and opposed free hearts, free foreheads. You and I are old. Now he is talking to his mariners directly. You and I are old. Old age hath yet his honor and his toil. So he is saying that however we are old, but old age also has his hard work and honor. Death closes all, but death is something which ends everything. But something before or the end, means before, but something the end, something before the end, some work of noble note may yet be done. So simply he says that before we die, before the end comes, let us do some more noble work, not unbecoming men that strove with gods. He is saying not unbecoming. Unbecoming is some negative word which is used for some men who fought with gods. He is saying we are not going to do such work. The lights begin to twinkle from the rocks. So he says that the lights now are twinkling in the rocks, meaning the people have lit their lights. It is going to be night now, night time. The long day wanes. So the long day, the sun is going now, and the long day is suddenly waning. Waning means dimming, you can call it. Okay, so the slow moon climbs. So the moon is slowly climbing up in the sky. The deep moans round with many voices. So the sea is making sound, and he is calling it the deep moans round with many voices. Calling his friend, he says, come my friends, it is not too late to seek a newer world. Very beautiful line. So he is saying that it is never late to seek something new. Push off and sitting well in order smite the sounding furrows, for my purpose holds to sail beyond the sunset. So he is just saying that let us push off the boat and sit in order, and let us go through the sounding furrows. Furrows is a kind of you can call it some opening in the ground, and there is some sound out of it. So he is just calling his experience sitting in the boat. For my purpose holds to sail beyond the sunset. He is saying that my purpose is to sail beyond the sunset and the baths of all the western stars until I die. So he is saying that I want to sail further of the western stars until I die, before I die. It may be that the gulfs will wash us down. So he is saying that it may be so that the gulfs or the waves in the gulfs will wash them down. It may happen because they are going very far. It may be we shall touch the happy isles, and it is also possible that they may also touch the happy isles. Okay, maybe they reach their destination wherever they want to reach and see the great Achilles whom we knew. So Achilles is a great warrior of Trojan War. So he is saying that maybe we will see great Achilles there. Though much is taken, much abides. So he is saying that however in my life, in myself, so many things has been taken now. He does not have the same spirit, he does not have the same courage, he does not have the same energy, but much abides. Still many things he still has. And though we are not now that strength which in old days moved earth and heaven, he is saying that however we do not have the same strength which he had in our earlier days, which could move the earth and heaven. That which we are, but however whatever we are today, we are one equal temper of heroic hearts. We are all of us have heroic hearts, made weak by time and fate, but our heroic hearts have been made weak by time and fate, but strong in will. However, the time has made them weak, but they are still strong in will. The last line is very important: to strive, to seek, to find, and not to yield. To strive means to keep on trying. To seek means to keep on searching something. To find means again similar something to seek, to find something new. And not to yield. Not to yield means not to ever give up. So by this beautiful poem we understand that however the old age takes us close to the death, but we should not give up on our desires, on our passions. So with this we have completed this poem. Thank you so much.